Sam and Colby have announced their annual Hell Week, and this time it's going to be a lot more different. That's already one pen drop for the day. So, Sam and Colby, obviously every single October do their annual Hell Week. It gets incredibly hyped, and I would argue that it became even more popular, for better or worse, because of the Conjuring House episode series saga that went on with Cody and Satori. Obviously, that's very well trodden ground. I'm not going to touch that right now, but it's incredibly well-trodden ground, and I would argue that made Sam and Colby's Hell Week a lot more notable for a lot more people, like I said, for better or worse. Moving on from that, obviously last year they had the Farrar School. That was an exciting one because they had just purchased their own paranormal property. It was kind of the first time that we'd really seen YouTubers delving into that kind of side of things, until, of course, Matt and Elton bought the Warren's Occult Museum, and then the Conjuring House obviously going up for grabs soon as well. But what's interesting about this, obviously, is this year they're going to be changing it up once again. Every single year they try and change it up from the looks of it. And they have announced that it is not just going to be for a single week, but instead it is going to be for an entire month. It is going to be 4 weeks, 4 countries, 4 gates of hell. Obviously, just using that as clickbait there. I love it. First video dropping October 5th, and then I can only imagine it will be weekly episodes after that, including dangerous, illegal, OG abandoned videos where we nearly get arrested, demonic rituals never seen before, and our finale episode will truly blow everyone's mind. We are still shocked we're able to pull this off. But guys, on top of the weekly episodes, there will be weekly react videos, giveaways, and live streams, and they've never been done before. So get ready to pack Hell Month for a packed Hell Month 2025, baby. Obviously, promising a hell of a lot of content there. Weekly reacts videos, weekly mainstream videos, weekly live streams, weekly giveaways. Everything's going to be great. Now, we've got the confirmed list for 3 of the 4 places. So the 3 of the 4 places include episode 1, Poveglia Island, episode 2, Making a Deal with the Devil, episode 3, Paris Catacombs, episode 4, the finale. Obviously, we do not know who is going to be, and then it's going to be starting on October 5th. Now, what's exciting about this, obviously, is we've been teased for the Paris Catacombs episode for ages. They said that they got stuck in there, all the rest of it, they did get stuck, really, let's be real. But it makes for good clickbait content, and it makes for a good narrative building into the story. Obviously, as well, with them stating about, all of this other stuff, it's generating a shed load of hype at the moment. Now, we have also got a confirmed list of names of people that will be getting involved with these episodes as well. So, over on the poster for Hell Week, we've got starring Sam Goldberg, Colby Brock, to be expected, that's Sam and Colby. Exploring with Josh, Nikki Nihachu, Harrison Webb, Drew Binsky, Groovy Gavin, Sketch, and FaZe Rug. Now, a few expected names in there, including Exploring with Josh, Nihachu, we've seen them work with her before, Harrison Webb, to be expected, Drew, to be expected, obviously Sam and Colby, Groovy Gavin, I argue is the best name on there, love that guy, but some... And FaZe Rug as well. But a surprise name is, of course, Sketch, who, of course, has made a pretty big name for himself over the past couple of years, and will definitely draw in a lot of attention. But what, as well, is getting people hyped for this is the fact that they are almost taking it back to the OG style of content that made Sam and Colby who they were. So, obviously, they started out on Vine as, pranks and stuff like that. We all know about the prank that went too far with Sam Pepper. But then after that, they kind of went into exploring abandoned locations. A little bit like what Exploring with Josh does, where he goes into abandoned locations and does stuff like that before they got into the paranormal. And they seem to be bringing that back a little bit with this this series, which is exciting for a lot of OG fans. It seems like they're trying to cater to a big audience, not just the paranormal fans that they've got now, but also the OG abandoned exploration urbex kind of fans, and then also just kind of mixing it all together with 4 mainstream videos. Obviously, I would love to see their bank account at the end of October, because it is going to be absolutely insane. But yeah, obviously very exciting stuff. Now, people are obviously getting hyped about this over on Twitter, over on Reddit and stuff like that. But one of the biggest things as well is the locations. We want to know what the locations are. Now, there's obviously a lot of... Well, there's one confirmed, which is the Paris Catacombs. We've seen that be teased online with Groovy Gavin. It must have been a good couple of months ago now, where they allegedly got stuck underground. They've done a whole podcast about it as well since then. But we've also got some potentially other locations. Now, the other locations include Italy. So the speculated location for the first episode is the Poveglia Island, which is an abandoned plague island turned asylum, which is dubbed to be a portal to hell for its mass graves and demonic lore, which matches, of course, their abandoned isolation themes. So obviously that's going to be episode 1. We know for a fact that episode 3 is going to be in Paris with the Paris Catacombs. Obviously, we know about that one. The second episode is, touted to potentially be in Belgium or Romania. So they got the Chateau de Miranda in Belgium or the Bran Castle in Romania. So the Miranda is a derelict castle, torture chamber, vibes with an evil presence and reports. And for the Bran, it is Dracula's castle, tying into the vampire/demonic rituals. Both are quote-unquote illegal entry hotspots, which could, tie into the illegal stuff that they allegedly got up to. Can't wait for more mugshots of Sam and Colby. Anyway, and then the final episode, or the finale, is being touted to be potentially in the UK or even Scotland, with Edinburgh Castle in Scotland or the Tower of London in England. Now, we know that they've done... what's the name of the castle? Chillingham. They did Chillingham a couple of years ago with Daz Black, which is literally about 20 minutes from my house, by the way. Just a fun little caveat there. So obviously Edinburgh had the underground vaults with the torture history and the ghost armies, and then the tower executions, ravens and soul guardians and stuff like that. So it'll be epic for a mind-blowing conclusion. And obviously the Tower of London. We all know about the Tower of London. There's a lot of stuff that went down there. Creepy stuff, touted to be haunted, all the rest of it. Obviously, this is just speculative. This is just kind of what we know so far, and me trying to tie in what we can to get a little bit of hype going. They haven't asked me to do this, but, people get excited for this kind of thing. People literally wait all year for Sam and Colby's Hell Week. Like, it is the highlight of their October. Never mind Halloween, Sam and Colby's Hell Week is it. And now it's going to be Hell Month, so people are going to have a lot of content to sink their teeth into. But this is going to be go one of two ways, in my opinion. Obviously, Sam and Colby fans are used to having long drawn out waits between episodes. So people are either going to be absolutely sinking their teeth into all the content, or it's going to become oversaturated and people are going to get bored after the first episode. Possibly. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. What do you think about the potential locations? Where do you think they're going to end up? Let me know all of it down in the comments while you're down there. Jump, get the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.